everyone and welcome to Popcorn Anatomy. My name is Ursula and I'm going to be your host today. So let's get right down to it. First off, if you haven't watched Suicide Squad yet and plan to, you might want to go someplace else because there will be spoilers. They may not be super serious, but they're there. Otherwise, I'm assuming you already saw the movie and everyone had their own thoughts about it. But this video isn't going to be about how good or bad the movie was, so if you're going to criticize something in the comment section, please don't criticize my opinion because you won't be getting it. Anyway, whether you saw the movie or not, you have to admit that there was one character that completely stole the show, and that was Slipknot. Ha! Just kidding. Got you there. No, it was Harley Quinn, who, it was just announced, might be getting her own movie pretty soon. Of course, this and a couple of other things have been spouting out fan theories like crazy, and that's good, because it means I can make videos about them. And today's video is about a theory I found on the internet that really got my attention. Harley Quinn was pregnant and lost the baby. It's a theory that may sound a little ambitious, but it's not when you really think about it. It happened in the comics, and there are several scenes in the movie that allude to it. Let's take a look at our evidence. So first off, if you haven't read 2014's Injustice Gods Among Us, they reveal a pretty big chunk of Harley's life to us when this happens. Basically, she finds out Black Canary is pregnant, and after making fun of her, she tries to sympathize, telling Black Canary that she has a daughter named Lucy who lives with her sister because she doesn't want Mr. J knowing she has a daughter. It all gets more and more depressing when she talks about how she was gone for about a year hiding the baby, and he didn't even seem to notice. So you could say it's been established in the comics that Harley got pregnant and kind of lost the baby. Or not really, but the point is she can't see her baby. And there are several reasons to believe that something very similar may have happened to the movie version of Harley. I'll mention them in order of appearance. So the first and most obvious thing was actually the Joker's murder circle. We see a little bit of that in the trailer, but in the film, that shot is actually a lot longer, and at one point it zooms out so much that we find this Easter egg. Baby clothing. The fact that he's got baby clothing in his home would mean he was actually expecting Harley's baby, making the story a little bit different from the comics. But hold on to that thought for a second. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that later. The next scene in which they vaguely allude to Harley having been pregnant is the scene where Diablo tells the story of how he murdered his family. Up until that moment, Harley Quinn had just been Harley Quinn. Margot Robbie, the actress who portrayed Harley, did her best to make her as similar to the comic book Harley as possible. She adopted the New Yorker accent, she had the same posture, same movements, same vocabulary, but more than anything, Robbie nailed Harley's personality. Harley is bubbly, optimistic, and a little sarcastic, but overall just sweet. Her naiveness is part of her charm, and she's the type of gal who, although crazy, isn't actually a bad person. Like I said, she's sweet, she tries to get along with pretty much everyone, even those who don't like her. That's why El Diablo's backstory scene was so weird to me. This was the only scene in which he kind of breaks character. After El Diablo tells his story, Harley is the only one not to sympathize with him. She tells him to own it because that's what bad guys do, and that he can't change the past. Basically, she makes the guy feel like crap, and that's pretty un-Harley-like. It's almost like the death of Diablo's children hit her personally. If Harley lost her kids for whatever reason, it would mean that Diablo got what Harley always wanted and never got to experience, and then he threw it all away. While Harley would kill to get her kid back, Diablo, in her eyes at least, didn't appreciate what he had, and that's why she makes sure he feels bad about what he did. You could even argue that she gets Diablo's story because she also knows what it feels like to lose a child, but this still doesn't make her forgive him. The last scene that makes me believe the Prego theory is the scene in which Enchantress makes everyone see what they want most in the world in order to bribe them into joining her. Harley, of course, sees herself having a family with a saner, kinder looking Joker, but that's not all. If you think about it, everything those characters were dreaming about was things they've lost. Diablo dreams about his family, Rick Flag dreams about June Moon, Deadshot dreams about his chance to kill Batman, and Harley dreams about two twins. Like Rick Flag, Harley thought at that moment that she had lost her puddin' forever, and because everyone at that point had lost or thought they'd lost the things they most desired, Harley's desire of having children must have stemmed from having lost her children. But what exactly happened to her kids then? We know she didn't have them in secret if the Joker had baby clothes in his house, and if Harley feels such pain and desire for her kids, it probably means they're dead. And who knows what could have happened there? Maybe she had a miscarriage caused by the Joker or by the beatings and shock therapy in prison. If the Joker had something to do with it, it would make more sense as to why he had baby clothes forming part of his murder circle. We're gonna have to find out when we watch her solo film. That's it for today. Do you agree with me on the pregnancy theory? Tell me below. If you have any ideas on what I should do my next video on, you can tell me that below too. Otherwise, subscribe to Popcorn Anatomy for more news, theories, and analysis on some of your favorite movies and TV shows, and until then, have a nice life. And by the way, do not think I've forgotten about the 5 best Star Wars theories video I promised you guys last week. It's just been taking me a while to find them because as we know, so many Star Wars theories suck. and I want to find the 5 best ones to show you guys. Other than that, here are a couple of other videos that you might find interesting if you liked that one, and you can watch those while you wait. Otherwise, subscribe to Popcorn Anatomy for more movie and TV show theories every week. I know I said that already. Oh well, see you next time.